When you need to schedule a Zoom meeting that you are hosting, this is the process you will use in Outlook to reserve the conference room and send the Zoom connection information to the conference room and your participants. Start by opening up the calendar in Outlook. At the top, you may have noticed a new Zoom field. We are going to select Schedule a Meeting in that Zoom box. If you're not already signed into Zoom on your computer, you will be prompted to sign in. Once logged in, you should see this settings box appear. For the most part, you can set these settings once and then select the Save and Do Not Show Again option here in the lower left-hand corner. Here's a brief overview of what these settings do and my recommended selections. The top section will control whether you want your video as the host, as well as your participants' video, on or off upon joining the meeting. I would suggest to leave the On option selected. Then, if you don't need video or if you're doing any audio-only meetings, you can mute your video using the touchscreen room controller. For the audio options, always have both selected. This will allow your participants to join their audio by a computer or telephone. The Require Meeting Password is a personal preference, but to help eliminate extra pain points, I would suggest not using this option. Enable Join Before Host is a good option to select so your users can join your call before you launch the meeting. This is especially helpful if you are running late on the day of your meeting. You have the option to mute participants upon entry. I would suggest leaving this box unchecked, as you can control the participant mute settings in the room using the touchscreen room controller. When it comes to using your personal meeting ID, I say this is your best and easiest option unless you are a person that schedules back-to-back meetings with two different groups of people. If that is the case, I would suggest not selecting this option and let the system generate a unique meeting ID for each meeting. Some folks will see the option to record the meeting automatically. I suggest not selecting this option, as again, you can control whether or not you are recording using the touchscreen room controller. Finally, make sure the Force Include Join URL in the location field is on. This is the information that Zoom Rooms uses to connect the conference room into your meeting, so it's important that it's included. Click Continue when you're finished and your meeting window will auto-populate with your Zoom information. To reserve a conference room and send your connection information to that room, add the name of the conference room in the To field. If you are not sure which conference room is available, use the Scheduling Assistant feature to view room availability. The subject line is automatically generated, but can be updated to whatever you wish it to be. Just note that this field is displayed on the TV and room controller, so please don't put anything sensitive in this field. The location field doesn't need changed and should always show the zoom.us URL with your meeting ID at the end. Again, do not alter this URL. Once you send the meeting information, Outlook usually updates this location field to include whatever conference room you have selected in the To field. Finally, select the date and time the meeting will start and stop. In the body of the email, Zoom will auto-populate all of the connection information for your participants. Because of this, you can add anyone you wish to call in using Zoom in the To field so they also receive this meeting invite. When you're finished, click the Send button, and that's it. You should receive an email from the conference room confirming you have booked it.